Let me greet you all in the very good name of joy and happiness. And if you are a first-time viewer, welcome to my channel. This is my channel and your channel. This is our channel. Thank you very much. Welcome to my channel, my old viewers and my new viewers and new subscribers. I welcome you to my channel. Stay in touch. This is where you'll find most of the secrets. I'm changing. I'm going from topic to topic. But this time I want to touch something very, very interesting. It's something I wouldn't really do. I don't know. I've never thought of doing, but now it ringed a bell. Green, 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 green. Okay. Let me respond to it. Yeah. You know, we all like music. If there was no music in the world, what kind of lifestyle would we have? What kind of culture would we have developed without music? Talking about music is so much diverse. It's you find pop, you find all these names, rock, metal rock, disco, whatever, reggae, soul, yeah? Okay. But this time I'm going to be very particular this time. This time I'm going to talk about, let's talk about reggae, but a very particular person of our midst, Nkulee Dube, the late Nkulee Dube. Very good. You know, the guy started all as Bakanga. They say, I never heard that Bakanga that he played. I never heard it. If you heard it, please somewhere upload here on YouTube. Let's hear it. I've never heard it. Yeah, just in general, he has a song. He has a song that says, yeah, he's got a lot of songs. I was just about to play one here. Now I think I'm jumping the line, but okay. Maybe let me just do the long story short. Let me just cut it short. Then I don't need to play these other songs of him. He's got a song that says, "Remember Me." Okay, and yeah, he's well remembered. Yeah? He's well remembered still. We are now in 2022. We are in 2022 right now. July. This is the last day of July. My. This is the last day of July. You count it as from August. August, ne? You see, this world we are living in is leaving a lot of children to grow up fatherless. It's like they don't have fathers. But the fathers are there. There's no way there can be a child without a father. But do they evaporate? Do they get lost coming back to see the child? What's just happening to them? To us. Yeah, I've been always there for my children. My children is my heart's beat. Yeah? And then in times when I cannot be there for them, it's circumstances, and then I get back. And I touch up and we proceed. Now, Remember Me is a song about daddy. Daddy, 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 daddy. Daddy, where are you? Where are you? Huh? Now, okay. You know, I think before he released that song, all the various interviews that he went through, and even in our personal contact, I'm under the impression that he grew up fatherless. And I think they say he grew up with his mother, but he was also with his grandmother, since the mother had to go to work, and she left him there with the grandmother. And yeah, that's how children, a lot of children grow up with just that disadvantage of not having the father very closely. It's worse if you don't know your father at all. It's worse. Okay. I was totally under the impression that he didn't have. Maybe he knew, but I'm under the impression that he also didn't know his father. It's one of these runaway fathers' child. But I met his brother. They said it's half brother, Richard Siluma. I met them. They used to travel all around, coming to Namibia. I basically know the whole band individually, because at that time we had a promoter who used to bring all these South African bands. He was the chief promoter here. And his name was Ephraim Chilwane. I think everybody, those music industry people, will know him. I don't know where he is now, but he went back to South Africa. That's how I get to meet Nkulee Dube. All of the others, Setni, Chick to Chick, that Pumi Maduna. All those who came to Namibia at that time under his label. Okay, Setni mostly came under the label of another Setni who was here. Setni promoted Setni. The Uncle Setni we lived in the same street. Then he moved to another area, also not too far from us. But I know him. He brought Setni. And I'm not sure. I think he brought also Steve Kekana. But the rest, it was Ephraim Chilwane. And maybe some other guys, but he was the chief promoter, musical promoter, Ephraim Chilwane. But now bringing Nkulee Dube, he brought him quite several times. We met Nkulee Dube, we spoke, we had our, conversations jokingly, and some of them on a serious note. And now with this song of Remember Me, when it came, it reminded me back of, okay, so this is how it happened. Or maybe is he just taking the song and just generalizing it to fit in, to accommodate all those others who also grew up without their fathers, so that, the song can be for all of them and not specifically him. You try to see where, this song, but eventually the message is there that, Daddy, since you left, you never came back. And if you see on these WhatsApps and Facebook, they always put these jokes saying that since my father left, he went to the shop to buy me some milk, and he's still somewhere there at the shops. Tell him that I've grown up now. I don't drink milk anymore. He must bring Black Label. He must bring beer. I'm drinking beer or whiskey, whatever. Since now, maybe he's afraid the milk is too expensive, let him bring the beer. It's fine. I've grown up. But now these fathers, they never come back. You don't know whether they are still alive. You just don't know where they are. Are they in prison? You just don't know. You just don't know. Today's life, they are doing this deliberately, I would say. But okay, now having this song, Remember Me, Daddy is gone, and Mama got a heart attack when she found out that you are married again. So at least now there is knowledge that you are alive. But why are you so careless? So, you know, that song is very, very touchy. It's touching. It's a very sensitive song. So, with years as they pass by, I happen to know that, okay, he's got children also. He's got a family eventually. And he was taking good care of the family. But now his first daughter, I got to get to know her through YouTube when she was introducing herself, and she's performing the father's music. I saw them with the brother when they came to Jamaica, and they were welcomed there, and they were told that yeah, you know, they tried Lucky Dube to bring him to Jamaica, since they used to bring like several other artists, foreign from Jamaica, reggae artists. Okay, we try this one, we try this one, we try this one. So they brought Lucky Dube. Let's give him a chance. Let's see. And they were shocked. They were well entertained, more than expectation. They said, no, he just rocked Jamaica. He rocked Jamaica. He burnt the stage. He set the stage on fire. That's Lucky Dube. I know when he's performing, he's performing. I really liked his performance. And I think that's the thing that made him much more popular, and the music continued, and the music just got better and better and better and better with being with Richard Seluma. Now, when I got to get to, I don't know if I'm using the English correctly, when I happened to know this Nkulee, his daughter, she's now Dube. I don't know what surname she was having before. She happened to get to know her father when she was 18. So all this time, she must have used her mother's surname. Now, I find that she's also doing contradictory interviews regarding how she met her father, or how she got to know her father. And I commented there on those that other interview. I said, but why are you lying? Why are you doing these contradictory things? If you are telling the truth, your truth will remain from interview to interview, from person to person. The question is one: How did you come to get to know your father? Now you give this answer here, you give that answer there. I said, but now what truth is here? What truth? Why? What is difficult just to be honest? It actually irritated me. And I happened to have read that yesterday, her second interview, which was also like posted a year ago. Now the first one I saw of her interview was 2 years ago, and I was also under that impression that okay, she happened to know her father by the age of 18, so for 18 years. Nkulee Dube did not know of his daughter. He did not know he had a child, I would say. Yeah, performers, you know, they are active, they are performing everywhere, on stage and everywhere. Okay, so her first interview, she said her mother, it was time for her mother to get married to somebody else now, not Nkulee Dube, somebody else. So that's now when she has decided to break the news to the child and say, okay, now you are grown up. I have to tell you who your father is. And it's up to you how you take it any further, to contact him. It's open for you. Okay, who's my father? No, it's Nkulee Dube. I mean, this is what she said. This is an interview. This is what she said, that her mother broke the news to her. And, well, then, at least then she knew. But why only now? I said, no, I kept it because he was popular, you know, and yeah, you just lay low and take care of your child. I don't know whether she ever told him. I don't know. Those things were not mentioned. Okay? And I was fine. For a year or a bit more than a year, I lived with that. That is what I knew. So, okay, I wanted to do, you know, it came to my mind to say, okay, I want to do a talk like this one. On Nkulee Dube, on his song, on his daughter, and say, but, you know, these things are like coming, it become a generational thing or what. At least now it's the daughter found him because he was popular. If he was not popular and she was there, she would also not know who's the father. And singing that song, it should improve you to say, I'm gonna be responsible. Let me do something better. But the same thing happened. 18 years. 18 years. It's long. Let me play you that interview. You hear for yourself. Ne?
Okay. Yeah. So how old were you when you realized who your father was?
I was 18 when I realized. Actually, when my mom told me, because she told me that when I wanted to know everything that I wanted to know, because she got married, so she didn't want to bring the drama in the house. So when I was ready, I asked her to set her down, and she told me, she's like, okay, this is gonna shock you, right? Apparently, okay, your dad, don't freak out, your dad is Nkulee Dube. And I was like, oh, okay, what do you mean? And she's like, Nkulee Dube, the singer, the reggae, the dreads. I was like, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's your dad. I was like, no. She's like, yeah. I'm like, no. She's like, yeah. And then she told me if I wanted to go and approach and talk to him. And she explained her reasons why she didn't introduce me to him at an early age, because my dad was famous at the time. And, you know, she's a proud woman. She made her own way, so she raised me very well, so very happy about that. And I approached my dad, and yeah, the rest is history.
So how many years did it take you to approach him?
2 years.
And what was his reaction?
Yeah, he was a funny character. So, you know, we came into his office with a friend of mine, Lebo Matosa, who created this story about me and my dad, her and my dad working on a song, so that I could come to the studio with her, and then maybe he will see me, maybe he will say I look like him, or maybe one of my sisters, or whoever, maybe he'll recognize me. There was no song, there was no studio session, it was all made up so that my dad will be in the same room with me. So got to the office, and they were talking business, and I was just sitting there staring at him like, I know he sees me, I know he sees me. And he had no clue. He was just looking at me like, why is she staring at me? It was all weird for her. I was like, well, why is he staring at me? And then after a few days, I came back alone, and I sat him down and I told him, apparently I'm your dad. I'm your daughter. And he just laughed. He just laughed. He just called everybody at the office, everyone downstairs to come and listen to what I'm saying. Everybody was just like, what? No, because at that office everybody knew me as a singer, as a dancer, and all that, so they didn't expect it from me because they knew me. But yeah, he accepted me, and then the next day introduced me to his wife, to his kids. Yeah, it was just love at first sight, basically. Yeah.
And you had a very close relationship with him.
Very close relationship, very deep type of relationship. He was very, if you were to talk about afterlife type of deep, you would talk about all those traditional things and things that he would want me as his daughter to take over or to send. After his passing, I had to tell elders, this is what my dad wanted to do. This is what my dad said. This has to be done, and all this and that. So some of the grown-ups were surprised that, how do you know such things traditionally? Because you're so young, we have to teach you all these things. I'm like, no, my dad prepared me. I don't know, I think he was a prophet somehow, because he prepared me for all this. He would tell me, when things like this happen, you come down, you do this and you do that, which helped because being a celebrity, his funeral was just everywhere. It was just, so you had to calm down. He taught us that you have to calm down, deal with the situation, and then go back to your emotions later. So, which helped a lot.
Wow. Do you think it?
Okay. There you got it. And now then she had her second interview, which is even titled, How She Happened to Have Known Her Father. She knows, in this interview she's telling something different. She's telling something absolutely different. Okay, she's mentioning Lebo in both interviews. Lebo, she was with Lebo, and Lebo, my father, it continued like that until she asked her mother, and she said, no, Lebo is right, it's true. I mean, why are you telling something different? You're even involving your mother again. Now your mother is confirming what Lebo is saying. So your mother did not break the news to you. I'm talking to you now, Nkulee. Your mother did not break the news to you. It's Lebo who broke the news to you. Yeah, man, I'm not. It's very disappointing the way you are putting this contradictory. It's so. How you met your father, how you got to know your father. Why? What is difficult just to tell the truth? And the truth is just one thing. Okay, maybe another interview will say something else now. Your grandmother took you to your father or whatever. Yeah, but it disturbed me. I said, but why are you... It disturbed me so much. I said, but why is the girl not telling the truth? What is difficult? Truth. It's either you tell it or you don't tell. You say no, it's private. I don't want to talk about it. But if you talk about it, how can there be different versions how you met your father? Different versions. I was in an aeroplane, and then when we came to land, he was there. He was the first one waiting for me. No, I was in hospital, and I didn't know that he's a doctor, and he came there, and I was his patient, and that's where. But why should you make different versions? If you remember, if you are talking to the people, you said, you even mentioned that you came to meet his audience. We are the same audience that you are telling different things. Those who just hear one version and believe it, it's fine. They heard that one thing, they go with it. But the moment they come to find out, then you confuse. You are confusing people. No. I think, please, after this, I hope and I wish you come across this video of mine and rectify, because the audience you are talking to are the same audience. Rectify your mistake. Which of the two is the right one? Tell the truth.
Wow. When was the first time you knew your father is a reggae star?
I was going to turn 19. I think the first time I knew, I was 18. Actually, the lady that I'm talking about, Lebo Matosa, she's also was part of me knowing my father's side of the family. The lady that brought me into the music. Yeah, she's the one who introduced me to my father, because she would always have this debate, seeing my father's pictures and posters performing somewhere in South Africa or anywhere else. She would say, nah, that's your father. Trust and believe me. I'm like, child, come on, that's not my daddy. So my mom never told me. It was not like a thing that I knew or anything like that. So me and her would have those debates, and she would like, look at your hair. Look at how long your hair grows. That's your father. Trust me, I'm going to make an appointment with him, and let's see what happens. And that's what happened. She made an appointment with him to say, oh, I want you to make a song for me, or some random stuff like that. And he agreed, and we came to his office, and he looked at me, and I look kind of normal, I look kind of familiar, I look kind of family-like, So that's how my journey of meeting my father started. So when I got home, I told my mom, like, yo, you can't believe what Lebo's saying. She says, listen to that. See, she says that Lucky Dube, Lucky Dube, she says, he's my dad. How funny is that? And my mom went, she's right. And I was like, yeah. That's how the conversation started when I was already a teenager.
So your manager, Mark.
Lucky Dube is admired. You still have to do your own thing. This is Lucky Dube's thing. For 18 years. Yeah. 18 years is a lot. It's a lot. But he is still a masterpiece. Having Richard Siluma along. And all the entire band. The slaves. I don't know why the slaves just didn't proceed. Richard Siluma was there. Why they just didn't proceed as the slaves? And what happened to them? the best guitarist who was from Stimela. I'm getting very aging. But the names, I remember, I knew everybody's name, but now I am not, no more in conversations where I repeat these names. So they are not gone, they're just hanging, just hanging here. The moment you mention it, it register. But yeah, Nkulee, please rectify your approach on how you inform your father's audience, not your audience, your father's audience, because your father left a legacy. Don't destroy it. Talk to your audience, because everybody wants to know. How many children did Lucky Dube leave behind? Was he married? How many boys, how many girls? All those things. Now you are coming with these confusing things and redirecting. No. Please, give us one direction. There's only one way you could have met your father and put it straight. Okay. Now, for my viewers, I was not fighting. If I was fighting, apologize. I apologize to you, to my audience first, and then I apologize to Nkulee. I did not. It's not my intention to attack you. I'm not. Maybe I'm attacking you. Really, I was. You know, that thing frustrated me on the spot immediately. I said, but why is this woman not telling the truth? It disrupted me. I said, but, you know, let's come to an end to it. Okay. Thank you very much. My viewers, who else can we talk about? Splash, we can talk about Den Chanda. Yeah, I knew him in person. I think I was even one of the very first people who came to meet him after Chilwane. Chilwane is the promoter, he brought him. And since me and Den Chanda and Chilwane, including himself, we are one tribe from Limpopo original. And so it was easy for me to converse with Den Chanda, and they were so surprised. Unamavenda ningeno. Mara mavenda woda haningeno. You see now, I know. Vahone. Voswika kale. Unawonelwa mondo. Unaworampaga. Vahone. Huna wotareni, yeah? Wotareni. Yeah. But Vahone. A bit more. Yeah? Okay. Let's end here, and then I'll make that one a separate one for Den Chanda. Ne? Then we talk about him. You know, these guys are legends. Okay, we are going to talk about him next episode. Stay in touch, subscribe, like, comment. Thank you very much. Good.